Good morning, everybody. Thanks for the opportunity all to the host for presenting not only our business today, but we're excited to actually give you an input on what generic enablers have been not adding own value to our IT infrastructure, but they actually save us money and build on our business model. Thanks all to you guys for coming. Today, for the first time ever, I'm excited to have the indulgence of not presenting our business myself, but we have an actual marketing video segment for you guys, which is a 3-minute piece that a German public broadcasting station did 6 weeks ago about us. We subtitled it in English, re-edited it, so you get the core content of what our business is, so I can spend more time to go into depth of what generic enablers we've been using. So please enjoy this piece for now, and I will too.
Innovation. Handy-App informiert über abgelaufene Lebensmittel.
Platz für frische Ware. Dabei sind die Lebensmittel noch genießbar. Rund 550.000 Tonnen an Lebensmitteln mit einem Warenwert von 1,5 Milliarden Euro schmeißt der Lebensmitteleinzelhandel allein in Deutschland jedes Jahr in den Müll. Der Verlust ist kalkuliert, eingepreist und zahlt somit der Kunde. Er schwankt je nach Laden und Kette zwischen 2 und 6%. Ihre Idee heißt Foodloop, eine Handy-App, die die Informationen der Strichcodes auf den Lebensmittelverpackungen nutzt, um im Supermarkt alle jene Lebensmittel aufzuspüren, bei denen bald die gesetzlich vorgeschriebene Mindesthaltbarkeit abläuft.
Das ganze Konzept basiert auf einer Barcode-Innovation, dem sogenannten Data-Bar. Wir alle kennen ja den ERN-Barcode in Zebrastreifen, wie er auf jedem Produkt in dieser Welt vorhanden ist. Seit 2008 gibt es einen neuen Barcode mit dem kleinen Unterschied, dass dieser mehr Informationen drin speichern kann. Sprich, das Mindesthaltbarkeitsdatum oder das Gewicht bei einer Banane kann in diesem Barcode in jedem Joghurtbecher mit gespeichert werden. Foodloop funktioniert folgt, und zwar haben wir hier ein Menü, können wir uns hier die Karte anzeigen lassen, die uns die Punkte der Supermärkte markiert, die bei Foodloop mitmachen, die aktuell Angebote haben. Hier sehen wir zum Beispiel, dass hier der Supermarkt Bergfelds Biomarkt direkt in dieser Straße in der Nähe ist. Wenn man dann weitergeht, kann man sehen, dass der Supermarkt hier oben, erstes Angebot, zum Beispiel einen, was haben wir hier? Steak, 30% günstiger, weil das Mindesthaltbarkeitsdatum weniger als 4 Tage bis zum Ablauf hat. Wenn das MAD von diesem Produkt kleiner oder gleich dem 20.02. ist, gibt es dieses an der Kasse automatisch um 30% reduziert. Das gelbe Ampelsystem zeigt uns dabei dann, wie viele Produkte ungefähr noch da sein können, wenn wir uns jetzt auf die Suche nach dem Produkt machen. Gelb heißt auf Deutsch, wir müssen uns sputen. Kann sein, dass das Produkt eventuell schon wieder vergriffen ist.
Preisnachlässe auf Waren kurz vor Ablauf gibt es immer wieder. Foodloop will die Rabattierung automatisieren und die Mindesthaltbarkeitsdaten aller Waren auf einer externen Datenplattform sammeln, die wiederum mit den Kassen- und Warenwirtschaftssystemen der Supermärkte kommuniziert. Kurz vor Ablauf reduziert das System den Preis und informiert in Echtzeit Kunden und Händler.
Ich kann mir vorstellen, dass das auch für mich unter dem geschäftlichen Aspekt interessant ist, weil am Ende, sag mal, die 1-2%, die ich vielleicht sonst wegwerfen würde, auch dann nicht weggeworfen werden müssen.
Im US-Bundesstaat Massachusetts gibt es bereits ein solches Gesetz. Auch die EU hat das Problem erkannt. Das Parlament wollte bereits 2014 zum Jahr gegen die Lebensmittelverschwendung machen. Jetzt wird es aber doch erst 2015 werden. Der Grund für die Verschiebung: die bevorstehenden EU-Wahlen.
True that the EU elections were intervening, so the next year, 2050, will actually be the most important one for us, entering the market and hopefully receiving support from the EU, even further support, except the Ware one. Through having listened to that presentation now, I have the luxury to just go briefly through the key KPIs of our business before getting into Ware. The basic rule is that retailers throw away 1 up to 2 full shopping carts a day in every supermarket, which is about 10,000 euros a month that a single supermarket store, of course, depending on its size and depending on how many customers they have on a monthly basis, that is what they throw away a month. All these other KPIs have been mentioned in that video, so I'm not going into that. And that has been the version for discounting products in the past until Yeah, basically up until today, until we hope to actually adjust and optimize that system. Very inefficient is what we are trying to say with that slide. Major retailers all around the world, they just print out papers saying we discount that, like the third one from the left side on top row. It is butter that has been discounted 4 weeks before the best before date goes off. 50% of its original price, where there still is a little margin on top. But they actually print it in a very unattractive manner. The innovation that we are based on is the so-called data bar that had been introduced back in 2008, as said in the video as well. Is the simple difference to the current EAN barcode standard that we all know is that in that barcode you can store additional information such as the weight of a product or the best before date on a product level. And then for having that best before date information on that barcode, retailers actually put that one into their ERP. And what we're doing as Foodloop is then take that information through being connected with our Cosmos data platform and the Ware labs, and then market that information in real time depending on users' preferences and what the retailer likes to get basically rid of before he has to throw it away. So we are basically supporting the retailer going from complete write-offs to just doing partially write-offs by installing a system that allows them to automatically discount products without having to have floor personnel and managers to go through the aisles and relabel stuff. The products that are offered through Foodloop will still be on the original aisles. There's no additional barcode label on it, but you'll get the discount during the checkout. And you'll get the information what is being discounted through our app system. Briefly, the USPs of what we do, I'll just go through one in each column. Is the consumer benefits, pretty obvious. We save money by shopping more conscious, by shopping more resource efficient. If we adjust and adhere to a system such as Foodloops, which people have picked up in Southern Korea already. The funny thing is, they do the entire system already in Korea just without an app promoting the offers beyond a store. In Korea, they do it like this. At every retail entrance of a store, of this chain called Lottemart, they have a poster saying, if you find a product that has less than 4 days with a best before date, you'll get a 20% discount. Second and only other rule is if you find a product that has 2 days or less, you'll get a 40% discount. And with that kind of play imagination, they send their customers through the stores. And we simply build on top of that by promoting that information. And no one has ever done that because there was the big challenge of how to analyze all that big data, how to send a push notification to us retailers on the Foodloop app saying, hey, we have this product for you, but there's only 10 left. So the odds that you will get them is like 50%, 60%, 70%. And that's where the big data comes into play, where we use the FI-Ware architecture, which is the first generic enabler that we were implementing is the cloud, where we initialized the Cosmos big data analysis in, which goes together with the Proton and the CEP one. And what we simply do is we connect to the point of sale, take the information of the retailer that has all the products that they want to get rid of, and they push that to our Cosmos platform, and we then filter that and send that to the app users who may have a shopping list within our Foodloop app, who may have entered the information when they go shopping and which preferred stores they go shopping. And we then only send them notification if it's realistic for them to get those products. Because even nowadays, the promotions the retailers are doing, these products are on demand. I can at least vouch for Germany that people are bargain hunters, and these products are being sold if you have those offers. So the challenge is here not to have a frustration quota where people get offers, then go to the store and actually end up, oh, well, this product is not there. So the big data makes it possible to evaluate how likely it is for us customers, if we receive a notification, to get those products. Meaning we have the profile information of a user, knowing if he comes by train, by bike, or by car to the supermarket, how far he is away, and what his personal preferences are. And before he receives the push notification, we give him then the information. It's like, well, you might not get this product, so we won't send that information. But ideally, we say, yes, if you start walking right now, according to your user preferences, the odds that you will get your products are pretty good. And the second added value of the big data is during the checkout process, we offer the option for a household keeping book, meaning that we scan the barcode, the user ID of our app on the checkout, and we then get all the receipt data of what you've just purchased into our app. And with that, you can actually check back how much milk you purchased throughout a certain amount of time, or how much money you spend on food in general, or even put it and add it to your tax filings if you're interested into that. And here, the even further added value, and that's what retailers approached us with, is like, we see the core use case of Foodloop and actually using this customer data. And here we have a big privacy issue. We are a business that is trying to be commercial and make money, but the intention with Foodloop was initially to actually optimize the food retail industry by reducing avoidable food waste. But all the major retailers we've been talking to, and here we're even talking about Brazil, where we were at the campus party, they all say, we like this big data use case where you actually link the customer's profiles data to the receipt data that we store in the app, and then tell us about price sensitivity. When am I willing to go to a supermarket and purchase a certain fish, and how many days before the best before date goes off am I still interested in buying that, at what incentivized price discount? So they just want to figure out price sensitivities through that. This is still a question of how that'll be accepted by us users, because the initial go-to-market for us is we evaluate the big data just in order to ensure there is no frustration, just to deliver the in-time offers. And on the other end, we offer the retailers, when they put the products onto our platform, to get the information back to the ERP, telling them how likely it is that they are going to sell everything, which they can include into their order forecast and consider that as well, so they're never running out of stock, which is also more optimized. The third part here on the slide is the logs generic enabler, which adds tremendous ideal thing, because the products are not relabeled with these red tags that you just saw, 30% discounts. We put simply 3 SSID sensors in every store that cost us €10 in total. And through that triangulation, we open the opportunity of in-store navigation, just to navigate us customers right to the aisles and the shelves where you will find the products that are discounted. That's what the logs generic enabler enables us to actually, on a very inexpensive, intuitive manner. The Android Flow Management generic enabler has been very supportive for the app testing, which means that with that retailer that you guys saw, we are conducting a pilot, and we have been testing our app before going public in May with 3 supermarket stores. And the Android Flow Management contributed to analyze the data and how much cell phone traffic, how much data is transferred, and how often. Meaning that is interesting for a company like Telefonica to adjust data plans in the future, so we know how fast of an internet access, of a mobile internet access, does a customer need for having an up-to-date in-time Foodloop offer. The REST client generator helps us to do less redundant work whenever we push updates, which is good for us, as we have been building, and that is a very up-to-date information, we have been building on SAP HANA up until 2 months ago approximately. And the REST client generator basically just converted all the code. This is what the developers, I am a business major, what the developers have been telling me is the added value for us. We save a work of week if we have used this REST client generator. The key rock identity management, another interesting generic enabler for us, because us consumers don't want to give away our data. So we have a user ID within our Foodloop app, and whenever you have your receipts loaded into the app, you don't want to give that data away. So the key rock identity management makes sure that the privacy is ensured and only you have access to your data. What comes in a year from now, in the second stage I was mentioning earlier, that the retailers actually want the data, is an entire different thing. Our business, as long as we're owning is not giving any data away to retailers at this point. And we switched from, as I was saying, we switched from HANA to Cosmos for two basic reasons. HANA has been an amazing in-memory database, but Cosmos is more intuitive, we have to say. Plus the little side effect that it's free, and we don't have to use Amazon Web Services, which was also an additional charge, but it was simply more intuitive, is what my developers have been saying, and we just basically switched the entire in-memory stack to Cosmos 2 months ago, which is the exact same thing. To be quite honest with you, we were more engaged with SAP, as they were the market leader with ERP systems in this world. So we basically wanted to create the know-how to communicate to the world that we have the IT know-how to connect to every SAP ERP there is in this world. But SAP simply just granted us access to the in-memory database, which we were okay with for the first few months. But ever since we heard about FI-Ware, and I wish we would have heard earlier than last December about it, because it would have saved us a lot of money, as we have been deploying our stacks on web service, Amazon Web Services for 10 months. We would have been even further ahead right now and saved a lot of money, but now we're there eventually, and it's been going very well. This is the other technical infrastructure that is independent of our FI-Ware technology, which is 2 native apps we've been developing, another REST web server, and this slide is a little outdated because on Monday I was just at the annual SAP Trade Forum where we signed another exclusive deal that we just have access to SAP Retail, and the HANA thing is dead to us as we're in Cosmos for now. I think that's it from my side. Thank you very much.